This is a Saucey Switch Delta 8 vape. So first let's take a look at the inside. It's a regular pull vape, so all you have to do is put it in your mouth and inhale in order for it to activate. There's no certain button you have to press in order to hit it. It's got a USB-C charger in there, so you're going to need to charge it multiple times to get the full use out of it. Now an interesting thing to notice about this switch is if you look carefully, you'll see that there's actually 2 tanks in here. That's where the switch comes in. Now I didn't realize this until my 3rd purchase, but with one single press, it will actually activate the other chamber. Now they actually do advertise this on the package, but myself, like most people, did not read that, so I just sort of trial and errored my way through it. I really should have read it because whenever I first smoked it, I looked down and I was like, so these are both empty, right? My first one, I was like, half of it's empty, but the other half is still all the way full. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I was trying to like set it down on its side so gravity would maybe move the liquid to the other chamber. Completely wrong. If you want to switch sides, just press the button 1 time. That's literally it. If you press the button 2 times, it'll go into a little party mode and activate both of them at the same time. Now that runs for about 5 or 6 seconds and then shuts it off. Now you will probably need to run that a couple times just to preheat the thing because the liquid is relatively thick. So when you first buy this thing, if you're hitting it multiple times and getting nothing out of it, then do not fear. It's just a very thick liquid. You're gonna have to heat it up a couple times by double pressing that button. This is also one of those ones with the 5-button power on, power off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will turn it off. And then on that same note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will turn it back on. That probably saves some battery for you. Here's the casing if you wanted to see what this casing is gonna look like in the store. Probably see it in the back somewhere looking like that. It is also worth noting that the 2 chambers have different flavors. Like this one is Durban Poison and Gelato, so you're switching between a sativa and an indica apparently. All in all, it's a pretty simple product. They could probably fit a larger battery in there because there does seem to be a lot of empty space. This thing could be a lot smaller. But in terms of Delta 8, if you're one of those people that tries to only smoke once a day, you will get high every single day off this thing. It can be a pain to hit though, because if you're going to smoke this, you kind of want it to be a long session because you have to hit it for so long just to warm it up that by the time it's warm, you don't want to waste that. You're just going to want to keep hitting it because after it cools down, the next time you're going to be lighting it up, it's going to take a while again and it makes you run out of breath pretty early, which makes you susceptible to coughing. On a scale of 1 to 10 for harshness, 10 being your neighbor's Reggie that they found under their couch after 6 years, and then 1 being literally fresh off the plant, this is probably like a 5 or a 6 in harshness. I cough a lot more on this than I do on other things. I'm sure that also depends on your lungs. Shout out Cupid. Sip before you rip, drink a little bit of water before you smoke it, and you should cough less. I know a lot of people are really into the taste of their vapes. This is okay. I've had some that were like amazing. I've had like a mint vape before that was a 10 out of 10. If I give these a rating, well, first of all, you have to give it 2 ratings because there's 2 flavors and then you kind of have to rate them together because you can hit them together too. So like for this one, I'd say I preferred the Blue Dream over the Sour Diesel, but the Sour Diesel is fine too. It's nice to be able to switch it up whenever you're in the middle of it. For this one, I don't even really remember what they tasted like. They're kind of underwhelming, to be honest. So for taste, I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10. And if I was like rating the potency, in terms of Delta 8 vapes, there's not very many Delta 8 vapes that can get me very high. I have my medical card. I've been smoking for about 20 years now. There's no way that a Delta 8 vape is going to make me feel like I felt back in middle school. But in terms of Delta 8 vapes, this is one of the strongest ones I've ever had. I always try to go out of my way to get something new every single time because I've been looking for that Delta 8 vape that really has it all. Now, it's not the cheapest on the market, but if budget isn't really an issue for you, then it's definitely a good buy. With all factors considered, including the technical difficulties and the level of experience it takes to actually use this thing properly, I would say it's probably like a B tier. Don't let that discourage you if you're looking for an S tier because these things affect everybody differently. Like I'll smoke it and I'll just feel pretty high, like I'm vibing. My wife will smoke it and she's like on another planet, bro. I don't even know where she went. But that's gonna do it for the Saucey Switch Live Resin. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe and join my Discord. But other than that, y'all, that's gonna do it for me today and I'll see y'all later. Bye.